can lose myself in a game, and my disability does not matter.
And I could just be myself. I don't have to worry about, what people think about me.
I can do things in my games that I could never do in real life.
For me, it's not just about playing games for pleasure, but there was a gap, but now there isn't a gap. It just feels like I could always play.
I'm very good at eye gaze. I think it is my superpower.
This is Becky Tyler. She has quadriplegic cerebral palsy.
I can't sit up on my own, and I can't stand up or balance or walk. I find it hard to eat, and I can't talk with my mouth.
But that hasn't stopped her from doing the thing she loves more than anything else: playing video games.
When I am playing a game, I feel happy. I can lose myself in a game and forget about my worries and troubles. Gaming takes me to different places and gives me different experiences to explore. It gives me different ways to be creative.
Becky talks through her computer and controls everything using a system called eye gaze. It's a combination of head and eye tracking linked to her computer.
I find it quite easy, but it takes a bit of practice.
Using the device, Becky can play games like The Sims, communicate with friends. She can do her homework, even paint pictures. But perhaps most impressively, the 15-year-old has been helping develop a system allowing almost anyone to control one of the world's most popular games, using only their eyes.
I feel very happy if I have helped lots of disabled people like me to play Minecraft for the first time.
Minecraft is a global phenomenon. The game has sold around 150 million copies and hit a new record in December 2017 when nearly 75 million people logged in to play the game. But for people with severe physical disability, this hugely popular game has been unplayable. Now, a UK charity with the help of Becky has changed that using a combination of affordable hardware and free open source software. It's called iMine.
What it means in a nutshell is that anyone who can simply move their eyes will be able to play Minecraft. I'm Mick Donegan, founder and CEO of Special Effects. The right to play is actually one of UNICEF's rights of the child, alongside the right to be safe, etc. Being able to play video games, it is probably one of the most inclusive uses of technology that you could possibly imagine. It immediately puts them on a level playing field with everyone else, and they can fly and they can run.
Mick and the Special Effect team have helped hundreds of physically disabled people in the UK to access gaming, and thousands more worldwide by offering advice and free software. The team combine a mixture of software development, hardware modification, and home therapy support to build systems that allow people like Becky to play video games.
I wanted to give people a way to play, severely disabled people a way to play, but they are able to play at the highest possible level. Becky, for example, is infinitely better just with her eyes than I'll ever be with a joypad.
The technology of iMine isn't new, but the developments that Mick's team have made mean it's cheaper than any other system available, about the 10th of the price of similar devices, and it's designed to be used by anyone.
I'm Kirsty McNaught. I work with Special Effect as a developer, and in particular looking at eye gaze. The eye tracking camera looks out and follows your eyes, tracks them with an infrared light on them, and this allows the camera to work out where you're looking on the screen. The software then allows you to select things just by looking at the button that you want, and then on top of that we've modified Minecraft to make it much easier, to make certain complex actions accessible via a single click, and integrated this with an eye tracking keyboard.
The system allows people with the most serious spinal injuries or severe involuntary body movement to control the game. The charity estimate that more than 2.5 million people in Europe alone now have the opportunity to play Minecraft. And the potential for other uses of systems like iMine are causing huge excitement.
My head is the only movement I can control, so being able to control something with the eyes is absolutely amazing. My name is Ajay and I have spinal muscular atrophy.
Ajay was an avid gamer when he was growing up, playing regularly with friends at home, but spinal muscular atrophy means his muscles deteriorate, and by the time he reached his late teens, he lacked the strength to play computer games anymore.
I was extremely disappointed because I had some friends who used to come round and I could watch them playing. And obviously watching someone do something that you can't do, it's not a nice feeling. It's quite upsetting.
There are parts of Ajay's life that are familiar. He went to the University of East London where he studied information systems, and now he has a job in the IT department of a charity in London. But where most of us are working for the weekend, it was filling free time that Ajay struggled with the most.
In my spare time, as a disabled person, not being able to get out, not being able to socialise, not being able to do a lot of things due to, access restrictions or not having support. Gaming used to be something which I knew I could turn to find some entertainment in, and unfortunately I couldn't find anything for many years until I met Special Effects. I remember playing the first time. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, we've tried playing Call of Duty, and I'm a big fan of Call of Duty. I just love those types of games, and being able to actually move the man around using the analog stick on a controller, I was like, oh my God, this is like, I can actually do this now. This is going to happen. With the club and gaming has brought back a part of my life which I lost.
Using a combination of mouth control, simple triggers attached to his chair and voice commands,
Forward.
Ajay can play all sorts of games.
It's definitely a social network to some degree, because as a disabled person, I don't feel part of the big network. I'm not able to do a lot of things due to various reasons, lack of support, lack of funding, lack of, access, etc. Being able to play video games and being part of that network for me is really important.
It's the social side of video games that is often missed by people who don't play them, but it's particularly important to disabled gamers.
They don't have to know about my disability, and I usually don't tell them. And I can just be myself. I don't have to worry about what people think about me.
When I play online, I am anonymous and no one sees my disability, so I feel the same as everyone else, which is amazing. It is one of the few times that my disability is invisible and like it does not matter. I can play games independently or by myself, which means I get to decide how to play the game and nobody tells me what to do. It means I feel the same as other people who play the games, and I don't feel different because of my disabilities.
Unlike most parents, Becky's mum Fiona sees her daughter playing games for hours in her bedroom as a good thing.
I'm really just grateful that she's got this technology and I don't limit screen time, because it's the one thing she can do when there's so much that she can't do. I don't mind her telling me to go away. I actually quite like that she is developing her own independence in that and her own attitude. She's very much got the teenage attitude going. I just think it's great.
A few months ago, I enjoyed playing a Hunger Games challenge with my Sims, and I like finding different ways to kill them off.
Things were difficult when she was younger, so it was hard, very hard to imagine what life was going to be like as she grew up. But I'm really excited about how life is panning out for her now.
Press L1.
Ajay's also found that gaming has strengthened relationships in his life.
Taking my nephew, and kids love playing games, so I thought I can do something, because I can't physically hold him, I can't physically do things which I'm cool than nephews do, like running around, things like that, but for me, I knew I could do this. It's quality time, and it makes you feel included as a person, as an uncle, as someone who's a member of family. The two types of games I love playing are first-person shooters and sports games. Since I was a child, I've always wanted to be like a soldier, to kind of reenact that and just, be something which I can only dream of. It's great. And the same with sports games. I'm a big football fan. I love watching football on TV and being able to play, it makes me feel part of a reality which I know physically in the real world, but I can't do.
There are a massive number of devices people with disabilities are able to use to access technology.
Recently, Special Effects were part of a team working with gaming giant Microsoft on a new accessible controller system for their flagship console, the Xbox One, and Windows 10.
There will be more games that are more accessible from the outset, and I genuinely believe that's going to happen. It's a win-win all round. Not only can more people play the game, but also you make more sales.
The Xbox Adaptive Controller launches in September. It's slated to cost less than £100, and Microsoft has announced that it wants the device to be compatible with rival systems from Sony and Nintendo. But gaming is a vastly profitable industry. More than 2 billion gamers worldwide are expected to spend close to $140 billion this year. Ajay and Becky think developers with these huge resources just aren't doing enough for disabled gamers.
I would like games to be more inclusive to disabled people. I would really like it if there were disabled people in The Sims. This would make the game more realistic and help disabled people like me to feel like we're included.
Game developers and console manufacturers are not fully aware of the needs of many disabled people out there. Could make a huge difference to a lot of disabled people. Whatever possibility there is, if they could include that, then many disabled people could play games.
But thanks to this technology, Ajay and Becky can experience some new worlds and be the hero in their own stories.
I can do things in my games that I could never do in real life.